Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. But before we begin, just a quick warning. The last video is truly disturbing. The first clip comes from Exploring with Bear, a YouTube channel dedicated to urban exploration and thrilling outdoor adventures. The creator, affectionately known as Bear, takes viewers on captivating journeys into abandoned places, hidden locations, and occasionally haunted spots. His videos often focus on exploring decaying buildings, such as old factories, hospitals, schools, mansions, and other forgotten structures that offer a glimpse into the past. On February 10, 2024, during a particularly cold winter's evening, Bear sets out on a solo camping trip deep in the heart of a dense forest. With the frosty chill in the air and the isolation of the wilderness surrounding him, what begins as a tranquil night soon escalates into a terrifying encounter that Bear will never forget.
I'm armed.
The video begins at sunset, with Bear showcasing his minimalist camping setup for the evening.
Welcome back to another camping adventure, fam. This is part 2 of this series, and I'm Jer Bear. This is what we're going to be working with tonight. That's it. Bare bones, baby. Bare bones.
The warm glow of the setting sun casts long shadows across the forest floor, creating an eerie but serene atmosphere. The scene cuts to a darker, colder forest. The night has set in, and Bear has built a cozy fire to stay warm as the temperature has dropped significantly. While sitting by the fire, he chats with his viewers, sharing his thoughts on camping in the wild and the challenges of the night ahead.
All right, guys, so it is getting colder out now. I say now's a good time. It's probably around 10 o'clock or so. So now would be a good time to fire up those rechargeable hand warmers. I'm really curious to see if they'll last all night. When I wake up in the morning, are they still warm? If they are, I'd give them a double thumbs up. Anyway, yeah, let's go check those out.
As Bear talks about how he wishes he had been better prepared for this trip, he begins recounting stories about Bigfoot and other forest legends. Suddenly, his storytelling is interrupted by a loud crashing sound just outside his tent.
Woots, I did a Bigfoot call for the first time. I think it was pretty...
It sounds like a branch snapping in the darkness. Bear pauses, trying to gather his thoughts, but as he resumes talking to his audience, another loud and eerie sound cuts through the night.
All right, so I'm thinking maybe, now that we got these fired up, we check out the offering tree, maybe the lake. So...
It's closer this time. What or who could be causing these noises? Undeterred by the unsettling sounds, Bear decides to take his camera and walk toward the offering tree he had mentioned earlier. As he exits his tent, a random object falls from the tree. The strange incident doesn't faze him, and he continues onward, despite faint, spooky noises in the distance. His calm determination adds to the suspense as he heads deeper into the woods.
All right, guys, so I'm going to take you all to the offering tree because I don't think I showed you that yet in this video. So those of you that haven't seen it are about to see it. So yeah, let's go take a little walk. Man, I could use a better flashlight too. I gotta say, this flashlight is not very impressive. All right, offering tree. Let me try to get this light a little better too. There we go. That's more better. That's more better. Something seemed off. What the heck was that? That sucker came flying at me. That just fall from up there? That's what I was telling you guys about the widowmakers when you're pitching your tent. Like that was, I don't know what that was, but imagine if that was a monster limb now. What is that noise coming from the lake? See, did you guys hear that? That was a big frickin' bang by camp. The woods is becoming alive. Keep your eyes open though, guys, because these woods are frickin' scary. You never know. I've sworn I've seen things in them.
Bear returns to his tent after exploring the forest. Aside from occasional weird noises, nothing significant happens. So he warms himself by the fire and decides to call it a night. Hoping for some well-deserved rest, Bear prepares for sleep, believing the worst is behind him.
Sorry guys, I think I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sleep, and if I wake back up, I'll check back in. If I don't wake back up, I'll see you in the morning.
In the dead of night, Bear is jolted awake by a loud crashing noise just outside his tent. As he tries to explain to his viewers what he heard, faint footsteps can be heard circling the tent. The sound grows louder and more deliberate, setting an ominous tone. But what happens next is even more horrifying. Sitting in complete silence, Bear listens intently for any further noises. Out of nowhere, something hits his tent, sending chills down his spine. Frozen in place, Bear wonders what could be outside. Is it an animal? A person? Whatever it is, the encounter has just turned terrifying. Bear switches off his light to avoid drawing attention, but the attacks continue. Loud thuds against the tent echo through the silent forest, and Bear can hear something, or someone, moving just outside.
I'm turning my light down. There's more than one. More than one. Crap, wrong way.
Bear becomes convinced that someone is throwing objects at his tent. As he talks to his viewers, another massive crash shakes the tent, startling him. Now fully on edge, Bear announces loudly that he is armed, hoping to scare off the intruders.
It's throwing stuff at the tent. I'm armed. No.
With adrenaline pumping and his heart racing, Bear braces himself for what might come next.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. Man, whatever that is, I don't know what. I almost feel like it could be people messing with me. I just heard it breathing. Oh!
The tent is struck again, leaving him no time to relax. The attackers seem relentless, and Bear begins to suspect there's more than one of them. Believing the attackers may have finally left, Bear waits in the tent for several minutes. Despite the calm, his heart is still pounding, and he no longer feels safe camping alone in the wilderness. Prioritizing safety over confrontation, he makes the difficult decision to abandon the camp and leave immediately.
I can hear it. No, please, no, please, no, please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please leave, please leave. Please leave. I think it's leaving. So it's been about 5 minutes and I haven't heard anything. But my heart's still about to beat out of my chest, and I'm gonna take this opportunity and leave right now before whatever that was. Sounded like there was 2 of them. There's people, creatures, whatever that was. I am leaving before they come back. I do not feel safe. I'm sorry guys, I'm not. Yeah, right now I hear nothing. I'm getting out of
7 days later, Bear updates his viewers about the incident. He reveals that when he left the campsite, he abandoned everything: his tent, chair, and other gear. Reflecting on the experience, Bear believes he made the right choice by leaving as quickly as possible.
Alright guys, sorry if this is a weird break in the video, but you know, it's been about 7 days since the camping trip now, and everything, I left everything here, my chair, my tent, everything. And I've just now mustered the courage to come back and...
Bear revisits the site during daylight and discovers the aftermath of the attack. His tent has been destroyed, with a cinder block thrown onto it and the fabric slashed. Had he stayed inside the tent that night, the situation could have ended far worse.
Look at that! Frickin' cinder block. Someone destroyed the frickin' tent. I wonder if they thought I was laying in there when they threw that block on it. Man, that would have messed me up. Man, it looks like somebody was trying to hurt me.
This chilling encounter serves as a reminder that sometimes it's not the wildlife we need to fear, but other people. Quick question: would you ever camp alone in the woods, not knowing who or what might be out there with you? Or do you prefer to stay warm and cozy in your own bed, watching others brave the unknown from the safety of your screen? The Men's Life is a channel that primarily focuses on the van life lifestyle, travel, and adventure. The creator behind The Men's Life documents their experiences living on the road, often sharing their journey of converting a van into a home, exploring different locations, and embracing a more nomadic way of life. It was December 29, 2022, roughly 2 years ago, when Lomar returned to a random location he had previously visited. This time, he explored an eerie cabin and abandoned areas during the day. Lomar starts the video by explaining that he previously visited this location at night with his friends and explored an abandoned cabin in the area. While welcoming us back to the video, he mentions already hearing a weird noise. Could this be foreshadowing what he is about to face?
Yo, what's going on, my beautiful family? Welcome back to my daily life vlog. Hope everyone had an amazing Christmas break with their families. As of right now, I'm on edge for one reason, and that's because today I decided to return back to a aeronautical location where I think the majority of you guys saw this on the main channel. Came here with Blake and we found a cabin literally down there. I think it's a hunting cabin. Don't know whose it is or what it's truly used for, but since I'm back in the Halifax region, I'm not actually in Halifax now, but we got back last night. I decided to come back out and try and get a better look in the daytime. I just find it so mysterious. Did you hear that? Swear to God, I just heard something already.
As Lomar approaches the cabin he had previously explored, he hears what sounds like faint talking noises coming from somewhere around him. Considering he is in the middle of nowhere with no one else around, it raises the chilling question: who or what could be making these noises?
So the cabin is literally right there.
Lomar shows us the abandoned cabin, which sits eerily in the middle of nowhere. However, there is rubbish scattered on the porch, indicating that someone may have been there fairly recently. This discovery gives Lomar a strange, uneasy feeling, as though he is being watched.
Get down below, but we straight up stumbled across this at nighttime. Makes me a little bit nervous because I really don't know whose it is or who has rights to it. Hello? Somebody in there? So sketch. There's antlers on the top. The hell? Someone definitely came recently. I remember a bunch more cans up there. As of right now, I feel like I'm being watched. Like instantly.
He recalls his previous visit to this location, where people were hiding in the woods trying to scare him and his friends. But why? Why would anyone be hiding in these remote woods? Could there be something much more sinister going on?
So I actually think the last time we came here, people were actually down here trying to scare us out. The issue is, where the hell were they? Like, I don't know if people are tenting out down here, but I think we made it to this bend. Holy. Definitely being watched. Okay. All right, I need a quick break. What is that banging sound? Sounds like someone's ripping something apart. I'm so on edge, guys. I seriously don't know what is out here, but I definitely feel like I'm being watched. This is why I do it for you guys, so you guys could vicariously live through us.
Lomar gets his drone out to scout the area and figure out what could be watching him or causing the unsettling noises. While flying the drone, he spots a nearby factory and assumes it must be the source of the strange sounds. But later on, he finds out it wasn't the factory making the noises. It was something far more terrifying.
Holy smokes, look at that. So that's where I came from, I guess. Wait, I came from there. What the? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing some sort of factory. But if I turn more around, look at that. Just keeps going on.
Lomar returns to the cabin for one last look, but as he steps back onto the property, a loud bang echoes through the woods, catching him completely off guard.
I do know for a fact that we were sent here for a reason. What the what's that? I was in the middle.
Becoming increasingly freaked out, Lomar's heart starts pounding and his breathing becomes heavier. The eerie noises continue, this time coming from the path behind him.
Like, I get the sense that people come here and do really weird things. Oh my God. The hell was that? Straight up heard movement behind me. I think someone's down there. Like right over there. I don't know, that was really weird. That sounded like it came from the path. Oh, sorry if I seem a little bit stuffed up. Still got the aftermath of COVID, and it's made it really hard to be talking. So, apologize if I'm a little bit still sniffly.
At this point, Lomar gets a gut feeling that he's not alone in these woods. He begins to suspect there is at least one person stalking him. The sense of unease becomes overwhelming.
I think I gotta get out of here. I think there's one individual here somewhere. I don't get the sense that there's many, but I get the sense that there's like at least one.
As Lomar listens for more noises but sees no one, a whistle suddenly comes from the bushes just a few feet away. You can see the moment his stomach drops as his nightmare becomes a reality. Lomar looks back, panics, and starts running.
I don't see anybody. Oh shit!
Terrified for his life, Lomar sprints away, leaving the path and climbing up a dirt hill. He lays prone at the top, trying to stay hidden while overlooking the area below.
They just noticed me. They just noticed me. Okay. Okay. I don't know if they're coming. I don't know if they're coming.
As he lies low, Lomar tries to calm his breathing to avoid being heard by whoever whistled at him. He reflects on how surreal and terrifying the situation feels. This exploration has taken a dark turn, resembling something straight out of a horror movie like Wrong Turn.
Whoever that is right down the path. Okay. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. What is that person doing down there? This is so fucked up.
Overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty, Lomar starts to worry that he might not be able to leave safely. Unsure whether the person in the forest is still waiting for him, he hears banging noises in the distance, not too far away.
Oh my God. I'm gonna leave this recording for a bit. I straight up don't think I can leave at all. Because I don't know if he's like waiting right down there. But just in case he comes walking down this way, I got a little bit of a ditch to really hide under. Oh my God. Okay. My instincts were seriously right. I knew there was someone here. Okay. Oh. What the fuck?
The banging continues, raising more questions. Who or what is in the middle of the forest, making these noises? What is their purpose? Let us know what you would do in the comments below. That same chilling whistle rings out again, sending shivers down Lomar's spine. Who is behind this? And what do they want from him? Is it a prank? Or is someone actually trying to harm him?
What the f? Okay.
Lomar becomes convinced that whoever is out there is actively searching for him. As he lies motionless, trying not to make a sound, footsteps can be heard circling the area around him. With no way to determine where the sounds are coming from, Lomar decides it's time to make a run for it.
Oh my God. Please do not find me. I'm literally tearing right now, guys. I think someone's trying to actually find me. There's no dog, there's no nothing. I'm gonna try and make a run for it.
Thankfully, Lomar manages to escape safely. It appears that whoever was stalking him went in the opposite direction. However, the experience was truly disturbing. What was someone doing in the middle of nowhere, and what were their intentions? This exploration could have taken a much darker turn if Lomar hadn't been so aware of his surroundings.
Okay. I think he went back farther down that way because I did not hear anybody come down in this direction. Oh my God, guys. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. I'm just gonna end this here. Love you guys so much. Again, hope you guys had an amazing Christmas break with your family and friends and had a really good time. Much more than this adventure.
Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us to continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now let's get back to the video. The next video is from Ads Ventures, a content creator focusing on van life, road trips, and camping adventures, primarily shared on YouTube and Instagram. He typically explores unique locations, shares travel tips, and provides entertaining insights into the van camping lifestyle. It was October 31st, 2022, a perfect date for a spooky Halloween solo van camping adventure. And Ads is heading to a notorious haunted woodland known for its eerie atmosphere and spooky history, specifically tied to a nearby cemetery. The forest is said to be home to ghostly presences, with local legends of spirits lingering in the area.
That is a person. I'm not even joking. What the f***? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
The video begins with Odds driving to the woods, explaining how he originally planned to arrive earlier to scope out the land in daylight. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. Before heading into the woods, he makes a quick stop at the shops to stock up on some food supplies for the evening. Upon arriving, he has to park his van right next to the cemetery and make the rest of the journey into the woods on foot.
Being that it's Halloween or spooky season, tonight I thought I would head to some woodland which is apparently extremely haunted. I was hoping to get there before it got dark so that we could scope it out and just take a look at the area before we lose daylight, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So apparently this little road here is the closest that we can get to the woods. To the left there, I think that's like a cemetery. So I'm just going to park here for now. Unfortunately, this is the closest that we can get to the woods. We can't take the van any further, but I will be going.
As Ads prepares a toasted sandwich, he recounts the spine-chilling backstory of the woods he's about to explore. With tales of hauntings and restless spirits, he sets the stage for the night ahead. After learning about the eerie history of the woods, would you still venture into them at night, alone?
So, legend has it that the ghosts from the cemetery roam the woods at night. I mean, standard behaviour, right? If I was a ghost, I'd do the exact same thing. Ghosts need exercise too, and I think they're not allowed in the gym. But apparently the vicar, or whoever it was that used to live in the little churchyard next to the cemetery, started going insane because of all the ghosts that he saw. And the story goes that one night he walked out into the woods and shot himself. So now I guess the woods are doubly haunted with the vicar and the existing ghosts. I mean, what more could you want for a spooky Halloween night?
Ads enters the woods and begins his exploration, showing us an old church along the path. Behind the church is the cemetery, with graves dating back to 1908. With spirits over 100 years old said to haunt the area, Ads presses on into the spooky forest, determined to continue his Halloween adventure.
I've got a bit of a problem. I cannot see a thing with this light shining in my eyes. So this is coming into the woods now, and on the left is the little church house, and behind that is the cemetery. How old are some of these then? 1908. Oh, wait a sec. There's 3 people in this grave. Look at the size of that. Well, obviously I don't want to be disrespectful and tread on any of the graves. It's quite hard to see where I'm treading around there. Right, so I'm just the other side of the cemetery now. I'm going to go deeper into the woods because I don't think if I was a ghost and I come out of the cemetery, why would you knock about just on the outskirts? Do you know what I mean? You sleep there all day, you're going to want to go in.
The ambiance of the forest is like something out of a horror film. The occasional rustling of branches and the hoots of owls create the perfect Halloween atmosphere Ads was hoping for. To warm up during his exploration, he pauses for a moment to enjoy a hot chocolate.
What the hell was that? Whittard's White Hot Chocolate, the luxury version. That is the one. I think it's a little bit of a hassle carrying around this cooker and my bag and the saucepan and all that, so I'm gonna go back to the van and drop all that off, and then I'm gonna come back and...
As he shines his torch around the woods, Ads notices a light. Upon further inspection, he realizes it's a false alarm, just a piece of laminated paper tied to a tree, reflecting the light.
Right, so I'm back in the woods. I've taken a different path this time. And to be honest with you, I'm just sort of winging it. I don't know where... What the hell was that? What's that? I've come up to that bit where the light was just shining. What? It's moved. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Where the hell is it coming from? This might have been what was reflecting that light. It says, if you find this card, please pay it forward to do something kind.
Ads seems to get slightly turned around while exploring the haunted woods. Deciding to retrace his steps, he pans his camera around one last time, but something catches his eye. What he comes face to face with will truly haunt you.
The light on the top of my camera, I think it's going to die quite soon, so I'm only going to have my torch left. Right, I'm starting to get a little bit lost, not going to lie, but I think I'm going to head back towards the way that I came, because I swear I keep seeing someone. Hold on.
Let's replay that moment in slow motion. As Ads shines his torch forward, the light reveals the black figure of a person standing directly in front of him, wearing some sort of white mask. Without thinking twice, Ads makes a run for it, sprinting back to the safety of his van. What would you have done in this situation? Confronted the figure or run for safety?
There's no one there, but I swear there was. I think I'm gonna go this way, to be honest with you. What the hell? That is a person. I'm not even joking. What? What the f? I can't see anything. Oh, what was that?
Back in the safety of his van, Ads reflects on what just happened. Was it someone playing a prank on him? Was it a ghost? Or was it something far more sinister? From the footage, it doesn't look like a ghost. It appears to be a person dressed entirely in black, wearing a white mask. But that raises even more unsettling questions. Why were they in the woods in the dark, in the middle of nowhere? And what might have happened if Ads hadn't run away and instead confronted them?
I've been sat here now for about 15 minutes in silence, and I've come to two rational conclusions as to what the hell just happened. Number one, that was somebody playing a prank, a Halloween prank or whatever. And if that's the case, fair play, they got me good. Number two is the more likely option. I was seeing things, and if that's the case, you guys are probably laughing at me, because you would be able to see on the camera clearer than I could. See, there's a light that sits on the top of my camera. It was shining in my eyes when I was using the camera. Even when I wasn't, I still couldn't see because my eyes hadn't adjusted. And basically, to me, everywhere I looked, it was like pitch black. I could just make out some things. So,
Perhaps it's not the animals we should fear most, but other humans. In the dark and desolate places we explore, it's often the unexpected presence of another person that turns a thrilling experience into a truly terrifying encounter. The following video comes from Noah, a YouTuber focused on outdoor adventures, camping, and personal experiences in nature, often with a twist of suspense or mystery. His content typically involves solo trips, where he explores remote or secluded locations, sharing his experiences with viewers. In mid-lockdown, April 2020, Noah embarked on a solo camping trip, parking on a quiet, remote forest road. Completely isolated in the wilderness, the eerie silence and seclusion made him feel entirely alone, until the events of that night proved otherwise.
He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is.
The video begins with Noah recounting the chilling experience. He explains that, while camping alone, he captured unsettling footage on his GoPro, something that still haunts him to this day. He warns viewers that what they're about to see is not for the faint of heart, as the events that unfolded were far more terrifying than he could have anticipated.
So I was originally not gonna make this video just because I don't really have my setup or anything yet. But a few days ago I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like this forest area and sleep, which I thought no one was really around, turned into someone trying to creep on me, creep in my truck while I was sleeping. So, and I got some GoPro footage of it. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of hear it in the background. But yeah, didn't really record after I got out and stuff.
The footage shifts to Noah lying in the back of his truck, surrounded by dense forest. He had been sleeping soundly, but his rest is abruptly interrupted by the unmistakable sound of footsteps crunching on the gravel outside. The realization dawns on him. Someone is walking around his vehicle in the dead of night, in the middle of nowhere.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is, and there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. My gun's in my cab though. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside, probably like 2 in the morning, and he just keeps walking around, and he's like really close to my truck. I've never been this scared, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see, no one was on that road.
Moments later, the footsteps grow louder, and Noah hears something brushing against the sides of the truck. Tension builds as he tries to decide his next move. Should he risk exposing himself to grab his weapon, or remain hidden, praying the intruder doesn't find him? It's a question that Noah poses to his viewers, asking what they would do in such a situation.
He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been this scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
The quiet is suddenly shattered by loud bangs on the windows of the truck. The thuds echo through the small space, making Noah feel utterly trapped. His breathing grows rapid, and he whispers to the camera, regretting not bringing his weapon into the back with him. The pounding continues, relentless and unnerving, as Noah struggles to stay calm.
He keeps walking around. I don't get it. I'm like, how is he not? I've noticed. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna try to see if he goes away eventually. We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever.
As the hours stretch on, the intruder becomes more brazen, attempting to open the truck's doors. Noah checks his phone, 2 a.m. The eerie hour amplifies the fear. In a desperate attempt to scare off the intruder, he flashes his flashlight through the window. To his relief, the figure flees into the woods, their footsteps fading into the distance.
So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I see him.
The next morning, Noah films the aftermath of the encounter. Handprints smudge the truck's windows, clear evidence of the intruder's attempts to peer inside. Even more chilling are the marks on the door handles, showing they had tried to gain access to the vehicle. Noah reflects on how fortunate he was that the truck bed was securely locked. He imagines how differently the night might have ended if it hadn't been. But the lingering question remains. Was this a random thief, unaware that Noah was inside the truck? Or did the intruder know he was there and have far more sinister intentions?
I'm back home. This is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home. Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. That's new. Don't know how that got there. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result. So that was probably the scariest camping experience I've probably ever had in my entire life. So yeah, well, I'll keep you guys updated and let you know.
There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand. And sometimes, the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The following video is from Will's Whereabouts YouTube channel, where he focuses on stealth camping, van life, and outdoor adventures. Will shares his experiences camping in nature, cooking outdoors, and living simply in remote locations. His content is a favorite among viewers who are passionate about minimalism, solo camping, and outdoor survival skills. The date was just over 4 years ago, January 10th, 2019, and Will was stealth camping in Box Hill, Surrey. Box Hill is a scenic and popular spot for nature lovers, hikers, and dog walkers, known for its beautiful woodland trails and peaceful atmosphere. For this particular adventure, Will set up his car for the night and enjoyed cooking fajitas outdoors with a friend. The location, surrounded by lush greenery, offered a tranquil and picturesque environment, perfect for camping.
Bit of queso, cromage on top.
Absolutely freezing cold. I'm going home.
Yeah, that first bite.
It's a chilly January evening, and Will takes us through his cozy camping setup in the back of his van. The warmth of his van contrasts with the cold, crisp winter air outside. He shows us how the inside of his van looks, with fairy lights strung across the interior, adding a soft glow that creates a welcoming and relaxing atmosphere. Stepping outside, he explains how he's parked as far back in the forest as he could, ensuring privacy and an immersive nature experience. The peaceful sounds of the forest and the frosty air make it the perfect ambience for a winter solo camping trip.
Tonight's setup, as it always is, always the same from now on. I may do a few upgrades, but I'm not fully decided yet. As you saw, got the carbon monoxide alarm, and you won't be able to see, or maybe you can see, I also now have some window deflectors on each of the 4 windows, which means I can crack the windows 1 to 2 inches, which will stop any rain coming in and will at least get some oxygen flowing inside of here so that it's a bit more well ventilated. I'll quickly show you what it looks like from the outside. I'm literally parked as far back into the forest as I can. There's a few other cars in this National Trust car park. I think there's probably people just having sex in cars. So tonight's stealth camp is here, and then we have the forest of Box Hill just here. And as I said, I think you are actually meant to pay for parking. I'm in the Box Hill main car park for anybody interested. I will of course show you guys exactly where I'm camping in the...
As the evening winds down, Will begins locking all the doors of his van in preparation for a well-deserved night of rest. The van looks as snug as ever, illuminated by the gentle sparkle of the fairy lights. However, he points out one minor concern. The boot of his van can't be locked, which might make some viewers uneasy, especially given that he's camping alone in the middle of a dark forest. Nevertheless, Will seems unbothered as he prepares for the night ahead.
A bit warmer in here. Time to lock this front door because I don't want anyone thinking that I'm here for a good time when all I really want to do is just go to sleep. The only door that isn't locked is the boot, because I can't lock it. What I will do before I go to sleep is crack the windows open just to get a bit of air.
Will gets comfortable on his bed and shares his thoughts about feeling safe in the area. He mentions that he knows the surroundings well, which gives him a sense of security. He also notes that there are a few other people nearby in their cars, though this doesn't seem to faze him. Despite the occasional presence of others, Will remains calm and confident about his choice of camping spot.
Tonight's setup, I have to say, feels very, very comfortable. I don't know why, it just feels different. Maybe it's because I know the area and I feel pretty safe here, even though there are a few hooligans about in their cars.
As the temperature drops, Will climbs into his sleeping bag, getting warm and cozy. To ward off the chill, he turns on a burner at a low flame, creating a gentle warmth in the van. The soft glow of the lights, combined with the cozy setup, makes his van the perfect sanctuary for a cold January night. Will soon drifts off to sleep, ready to embrace the stillness of the forest. Suddenly, Will is jolted awake by strange, unsettling noises coming from the forest. He sits up, trying to make sense of what he's hearing. The sounds are chilling, human-like screams, mixed with what seem to be multiple voices echoing through the trees. Confused and alert, Will listens closely, trying to discern the source of the noise. He admits that he doesn't think he'll be getting much sleep tonight. But surprisingly, he seems unfazed by the eerie sounds. He eventually decides to go back to sleep, confident in his safety. But the unsettling question remains: what could be happening deep in the forest to cause someone to scream like that in the dead of night? Could it be someone in distress, a prank, or something more mysterious? Let us know in the comments. What would you do if you were in Will's situation?
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight. There are people about 100 meters away, blazing music out. At least some good songs anyway. And some people screaming. Wish me luck, everybody.
Before the next clip, if you are enjoying the video, please drop us a like and consider subscribing. We upload new creepy videos weekly. Now, back to the video. The last video is from Grizzly Gaz. a YouTuber known for his outdoor adventures with his adorable pug, Fendi. Gaz's channel focuses on camping, hiking, and survival, blending humor with suspense and often featuring eerie encounters in remote locations. It was October 29, 2023, when Gaz arrived at a spooky woodland location. The area is infamous for its unsettling vibe and rumors of past pagan rituals. The cold, bitter air sets the tone as Gaz begins searching for a suitable spot to set up camp. The overwhelming darkness shrouds the forest, creating an ominous ambiance that feels straight out of a horror movie.
Well, you know what day it is, don't you? Eh? It's a school night. But it's not unusual for me, that. But I'm in this woodland and I've heard that pagans come in here to do their rituals. Is that what you want to call it? So I'm looking for, it's a large down tree and it's around this area somewhere. So I'll have to figure out where that is quickly because we're losing light. Just come straight after work. You enjoying yourself there, mate?
Walking deeper into the forest, it looks as if Gaz has stumbled into a scene from a horror film. The oversized, oddly placed trees give the woods a haunting and surreal appearance. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Gaz pushes forward, noting that so far, he hasn't come across any signs of demonic rituals or unusual markings yet.
I can't see any pagan markings or out like that. Right then, let's get set up, shall we?
Did you notice it? While Gaz is busy setting up his tent, completely unaware, a shadowy figure can be seen moving around behind him. The figure appears to be wearing a mask and is lurking behind a tree, watching Gaz as he works. This shocking discovery is subtle but unnerving. Gaz has no idea that he's being watched.
You can hardly see tent. Now it's not pitch black yet, but it's dark enough. The only thing that...
As Gaz finishes setting up his tent, the forest becomes nearly pitch black, making his tent almost invisible in the overwhelming darkness. Trying to shake off the creepy vibe, Gaz decides to have some food and relax before venturing out to explore further.
You can hardly see tent. Now it's not pitch black yet, but it's dark enough. The only thing that you can see, look, that gives it away is the guy line connectors. Look at that. It even got my own bench, look. That's good, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is have something to eat and then we'll go for a wander around once it gets dark and get a feel of the place. And for tea, we got bacon mash. Is that your ass, Fendi? You little scruff bag. Farting away.
After eating, Gaz takes a walk through the woods. The cold breeze rattles the trees, causing leaves and acorns to fall, amplifying the eerie ambiance of the night. Although Gaz doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary during his walk, the unsettling atmosphere lingers, and the dark, twisted shapes of the trees only add to the sense of unease.
It's like ready break. That mashed potato were nice, especially with bacon bits in it. Lou don't love a little bit of bacon, eh? We love a bit of bacon, don't we, pal? Right, let's go for a walk in dark now, and we'll go see what that place looks like. because it's absolutely pitch black now, and if you get lost in here at night time, it'd be pretty hard to get out of here because it just all looks the same, and there's not many like proper paths really. It's just all like little game trails and stuff. Come on, mate. Oh, it doesn't half look creepy down here. The tree looks like a skeleton, and we're all like bibbies in it. Definitely feels creepy in here. It does feel creepy down here, but that's because I've got light shining in my face and I can't see out, and there's a slight breeze in the air, so there's lots of things just dropping from trees because it's autumn now, so there's conkers and all sorts of stuff dropping out. Over here in front of me, it's all dried leaves on the floor, so every time something drops from there, it's really, really amplified. But there doesn't seem to be all going on down here.
Back in his tent, Gaz lays with Fendi, his pug, by his side. He leaves the tent door open, trying to enjoy the cool night air. Suddenly, a tapping noise begins, seemingly coming from somewhere in the forest. The sound repeats, and even Fendi starts to look uneasy, his ears perked and body tense.
Inside tent.
The noises escalate as Gaz continues to hear strange, louder sounds from the woods. This time, it's the distinct cracking of branches being snapped in half. Deciding to confront his fear, Gaz steps out of the tent to investigate the source of the noises, seemingly unfazed, or at least trying to appear so.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it, mate? Fucking hell, that were a big branch, wasn't it?
As Gaz ventures outside, the noises abruptly stop. Is this just a coincidence, or is whatever, or whoever, making the sounds aware of his movements? The silence only deepens the tension as Gaz scans the dark woods, unable to find anything unusual.
Shit. Hold on, mate. Let me get my light up. It's falling behind my back.
Back inside the safety of his tent, the unsettling sounds return. The snapping of branches now feels closer, and it seems as though something, or someone, is throwing objects at the tent. The repeated thuds against the fabric are enough to make anyone's heart race.
Why is this light gone off? Oh, there we go.
Light footsteps are heard approaching the tent, sending chills through the air. Gaz lies frozen in fear, confused by what he's hearing. He tries to rationalize the noise as the wind, but it's clear from his expression that he's struggling to believe his own explanation. What happens next, though, is truly disturbing.
Wind or what? Hey. I think it's just wind. Let's pick it back up again now.
Out of nowhere, someone or something violently pushes the tent down, terrifying Gaz and sending him into a panic. Wasting no time, he grabs Fendi and sprints out of the collapsed tent, running into the pitch-black forest without looking back.
Oh, fuck! 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 Fucking hell. Where the fuck? Fendi! Fendi! Come here, mate.
Trying to catch his breath, Gaz and Fendi stand in the dark, completely shaken. The cracking sounds of branches continue around them, adding to the terror of the moment. Whatever, or whoever, is out there seems to be closing in. Once Gaz regains his composure, he decides it's time to leave. Back at his tent, he quickly packs up his belongings, convinced that staying any longer would be too dangerous. The events of the night have left him shaken, but his instincts for self-preservation prevail. Let's be honest. Who wouldn't make the same decision after such a terrifying ordeal? Would you stay and tough it out, or would you leave as Gaz did? Let us know in the comments. The next day, Gaz returns to the campsite to retrieve the gear he left behind. To his horror, he finds his tent completely destroyed, slashed and ripped apart. The site confirms that someone, or something, was indeed out there in the woods with him the previous night. The real question remains, what were their intentions? Was it a cruel prank, or was it something far more sinister? Fortunately, Gaz and Fendi made it out unscathed, but one can't help but wonder, what would have happened if they hadn't left when they did?
And a few other bits as well that I left. Look at the state of it. Oh, come on, mate. Snap my poles and that. Sleep mat. Where's my cook kit? My cook kit were over here somewhere. Don't mind people scaring you and stuff out of woods, but when they're just going to break stuff as well, what's the point in that? Oh, it's got rips in that fly sheet as well, look at that.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.